Hi, I'm Mitch Gallagher. Welcome to the Sweetwater Minute. For our first video of 2017, I thought we'd take a look back at 2016. There were so many great new products introduced last year. Here are some that really stood out for me. First up is a product that I just got my hands on at the end of last year, and that's the PreSonus FaderPort 8. It's an amazing control surface that operates in 3 modes. You can use it natively connected directly to PreSonus Studio One, or you can use it in Huey mode with Pro Tools and other DAWs, or if your DAW supports Mackie controls such as Logic, you can also use it with that. It's integrated extremely well with your DAW and really lets you get hands-on with your mixes. There were a ton of audio interfaces introduced last year at all sorts of price points with all kinds of capabilities, but one that stood out for me was the Zen Tour from Antelope Audio. Lots of I/O capability, tons of functionality, extremely low latency, and there's built-in DSP that allows you to run plugins while you're tracking. There were also a lot of really great microphones introduced in 2016. One that I've been using a lot is the AE2300 from Audio-Technica. It's a dynamic microphone that works extremely well on guitar amps, provides a nice, balanced, really big tone. As a guitar player myself, I'm always looking for a good way to record my amplifier, especially in my home studio where I can't make a lot of noise. A product that stood out for me this year was the mini RockRec from Rivera. It has 6 onboard cabinet emulations, sounds very authentic, gives you the feel of playing through your actual amplifier while you're tracking directly into your DAW. Rupert and Neve Designs had a banner year as far as I'm concerned last year. I love the Shelford channel. It's an amazing channel strip with their great Shelford designed preamp, also has a compressor, an EQ, lots of functionality there, and it sounds great. But in addition to that, they also introduced the RNDI, a direct box that sounds incredible, and their RNHP, a headphone amp, has become a staple in my setup. There were lots of great plugins in 2016, but one that I've been using a lot is iZotope Neutron. The reason I'm using it so much is because of the masking meter. This shows you where there are frequency conflicts between 2 tracks, for example kick drum and bass guitar, and allows you to very quickly and easily adjust your EQ so both those tracks will sit well in your mix. If you've been watching my Sweetwater soundcheck videos during the last year, you know that I've been checking out a lot of reverb plugins. One that stood out for me is Synaptic Adaptive Verb. It's a reverb that allows you to tune the response of the tail so that it fits into the harmonic content you're running through the plugin. So for example, if your music is playing in the key of C, you can actually tune the reverb tail to play in that key as well, which allows a very clean reverb. You can add a lot of reverb to your mixes, a lot of nice special effects, and not have it muddy things up because there aren't any inharmonic tones. It was a great year for analog synthesizers, and when you had to check out if you were a keyboard player was the Dave Smith Instruments OB6. Now this is a collaboration between Tom Oberheim and Dave Smith, each of them bringing the best of their products to the table. It's an incredible instrument. If you're looking for a compact analog synthesizer, the Korg minilogue is one you want to check out. It's extremely affordable but very powerful, offers polyphony, and lots of sound shaping capability. I'm a big fan of Mojave Audio's microphones, the MA200, the MA100. We use those all the time here for our videos, and also I use them in my home studio. But last year they introduced the MA1000, a high-end condenser tube microphone that sounds absolutely stellar on vocals and instruments. One of the most versatile microphones I checked out this past year was the Slate VMS. The Slate VMS is a condenser microphone that's designed to be very, very neutral, and then you apply modeling plugins to it after the fact, and that allows you to capture the response of vintage tube microphones. Really sounds great, and it's a great addition to your mic locker because it expands all of the possibilities that you have available to you. For live sound microphones, the Shure KSM8 stood out for me this past year. Very controlled proximity effect, a unique dual diaphragm design, great sound quality, and great feedback rejection. And finally, I have to mention the IK Multimedia iLoud micro monitors. I have a set of these tiny monitors in my office, and I had to buy a set for my home studio as well. They sound amazing. Everyone I've sat down in front of them has been blown away by the sound quality of these inexpensive, super compact monitors. That's a quick look back at some of the products that stood out for me during 2016. Of course, there were tons of other amazing products introduced. It was really a great year for gear, and we're going to have a great year for gear in 2017 as well. I hope you'll join me in checking all of it out. I'm Mitch Gallagher from Sweetwater. Thanks for joining me for the Sweetwater Minute.